I don't think so. I think that most of my family stories are very tragical and that kind of dates and sad. So no, I don't think that my family have an inspiring or memorable life story. So no. Maybe when I was born, I think that was a memorable story, but that I'm not so sure if that was a memorable or an inspiring moment. So I don't know. I was born in a hospital in Puebla called Betsania, and I was born in March 21st of 2003, and I think that it was in Friday or Tuesday. And my most vivid memory is when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I was playing with my toys in my cradle, and I didn't like to stay in the cradle. I remember that, and I was like, I want to get out of here, and I started to climb the cradle. But when I was on the edge, I lost my balance and I fell in the floor. And the only thing that I remember is that I started to cry, which is curious because I don't remember that the fall hurt me. I don't think so. And my family coming to see what happened to me. I think that my father is more stricter than my mother, and one of my most vivid memories, it was when I was like 8 or 7 years old, and we were on a fair, and I see a toy that I like, and I was like, Dad, can you buy me this toy please? And he said like, no, I can't afford that toy, you will have to wait. And I didn't have to wait, so I started to cry and I started to scream and I started to tantrum, and my father is like, he lost the patience because I started to cry like that like 15 minutes, but I think he lost his patience, and that was the only time they hit me to calm down. And then when we arrived at home, they were like, why you did that, you know that we bought you everything, but sometimes we can buy you the things that you want and you will have to accept that. What I like about my life so far is that it's an interesting life, it's a peaceful life, and it's a funny life, I think. And I have so many other moments that are happy of my life and that I'm proud of. But I think that I'm proud of my grades, of the person who I am, the person who I become, and all of the experience and things I have learned around the years. One of the most challenging things that has ever happened in my life, it was when I was in secondary, and I was like in 2nd grade or 3rd grade, and I started to suffering a disease on my stomach, and I have to deal with it like 2.5 years. And when the way that I have to solve this problem was with communication with my family, and unfortunately I deal with this problem before I started the 1st year of high school, and now I'm happy and sane. If I were writing the story of my life, I think that I would divide the chapters in stages. You know, from kindergarten to primary, then secondary, then high school, and you know, for that stages. Because I think that it would be more easier to classify the stories like that, in that order. I think that one of the best jobs in the world is to be an airplane pilot, because you have the opportunity to see cities, you have the opportunity to see the clouds, the sky, and beautiful images of our world. And I think that it's wonderful also because you have the opportunity to see the world from another perspective, that it's from the sky. I define a good life or a successful life as a peaceful life, a life when you don't have to care more about your problems or serious problems, when you only have to care about yourself and your family and your lover, if that's the case. And a successful life, I think that it's a life when you learn everything of your mistakes, when you try every single day to get better and to not make the same mistakes that you did before. And I think that a successful life, it's a life where you achieve all your goals, all of your dreams, and when you feel complete. I think that that's a successful life. And I think that other fact of the successful life, other part, I think that it's when you finally completed your development of yourself. I don't know, I think that a person can be truly successful without overcoming so many challenges or serious challenges. But I think that at the same time that you need the challenges and setbacks and problems to build your own perspective and to influence your own perspective of the life and how you afford the problems. So I think that you can be truly successful without overcoming so many challenges and setbacks, but at the same time these ones are truly important for our development as a persons, as humans. And I think that we needed to change our perspective and to change the way we think and we do the things. I think that the experience of moving another country and studying in an IB school, it's going to influence our future in a very big way, because right now we can see that of course our world is always changing, and the perspective of the people is changing too. So I think that if we study in an IB school, will help us to adapt to these changes, to these big dramatically changes of our world. And I think that it will also help us in our human development, because it will, of course, the experience of studying in another country with another language, with another people, with another traditions, with another culture, it changes your perspective of the life and how you see and do the things. So I think that if we move to another country to study in an IB school, it's going to be a great experience, and it will help us to adapt and to be successful in our future, and of course it will help us to achieve our goals and dreams.